Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Thursday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go up to our friends up in the far north and, of course, heading to Cairns in particular and speak to a team that absolutely smashed and demolished their opponents by over 10 goals in the grand final only a couple of weeks ago now. And, of course, that is the Cairns Saints. And, of course, we've got 5 very special guests from the Cairns Saints. So, Women's Premiership team to tell us all about it. Thanks all you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Well, I'll get each of you to introduce yourselves and tell us what position all you played on grand final day.
My name's Lily and I played through the midfield and forwards.
My name's Akayla and I played in the midfield, on the wing and in the forward as well.
My name's Kate. I played in the midfield and half-back flank.
My name's Molly and I played in the midfield and on the wing.
Oh, and my name's Poppy and I played through the middle.
Firstly, tell us a bit about the season. I'm assuming your season was very short this year due to COVID.
It was shortened a little bit, but they actually extended it, so we finished a lot later than we usually would. So the grand final was the end of October rather than mid-September, so they did just extend the season. But it did start late, obviously because of COVID. We didn't really know if it was going to go ahead. We kind of had 4 weeks to train prior to the season starting, and we had to train with 20 girls at one end and 20 at the other, because we had about 40 girls coming to training. There was about 20 new girls that joined the club. So some of them knew how to play and some had never played football. So that was really good, but it was a strange season. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 12. They'd made it 12 weeks, I think. We went back the
Every
1st
team.
of July till end of October. So it was a bit shortened, but we still managed to get a decent amount of weeks in. And that was still with a bye each as well. So it was a bit shorter, but still, yeah, better than other leagues that didn't get to play.
Now, I know I'm going to ask the most silliest question I asked, but were either you at all optimistic that you're going to get a season at all when the country went into lockdown in March?
No.
We didn't think so, but we did actually have to, was it one game I think we had to stop? Did we miss one game?
No, I remember beforehand we thought the rules were changing.
Yeah, so with the rules changing all the time,
Spectators and stuff.
like before the games and stuff, they were changing and we were getting notifications and we weren't sure if they were going to go ahead, but they ended up going ahead. So, you know, there was always that uncertainty going into the weeks and going into the games, whether we'd play again the next week. So every week we just went in with the mindset that this might be our last game together and let's just enjoy it and have some fun while we can. So that was really good.
Yeah, I think we're really lucky to actually get a season in. We're all hoping it was going to go ahead.
Now, tell us, was there a particular game in the season that really you felt, no, we can actually go all the way and win it all?
I think it might have been a game against Lions. They had a good season.
First game against the Tigers.
Yeah, our first game was against, was grand final rematch. It was against Tigers. But that was not really the best one to judge because with 4 weeks training from both sides, we were all pretty unfit. So we did win that game, but I don't think we relied on that, you know, that game sending us into the grand final or anything. So as the season progressed, I think when we got to playing City Lions and we bet them and they'd been playing really well, I think that was a bit of an eye-opener for us and we definitely got a lot more pumped, I think, from that game.
Grand final. Obviously, the result was pretty lopsided, of course, on the scoreline of 10. I think it was like over 10 goals or something in the grand final. Tell us a bit about the grand final and how was the lead up to it?
Well, we actually got portrayed as the underdogs coming into it, and all the talk was about the other team, and we pretty much got no mention about being able to win the grand final.
Yeah, Tigers have been a strong team for years and years, like 10 years, I think. So
Yeah.
we only made the club 3 years ago. So
We made the grand final last year as a
Lost,
second year team, so that was a good achievement. We lost last year, but this year I think everyone else, we all improved, and I think we trained harder. We picked up a few new players as well. Chris, our coach, was also really good and invested in a lot of structural plays and things that we actually didn't know much about. And so we played Tigers, who we versed last year in the grand final, and we versed them this year in the grand final. And to be honest, I think as a captain, when we entered it, I was confident that if we played for each other and we enjoyed it and had fun, that we would come up. But I'm sure not everyone had that same mindset. But there's always the nerves and, nerves entering into a grand final. So I think it was a good game.
and we had the week off in between, so we had like 2 weeks to think about it.
Yeah.
We went straight through to the Gronies. So
Yeah.
But it was all right. I think we just all relaxed.
Yeah. Tigers weren't the favourites either, so it was actually expected that we would play City Lions, who we versed in the first week, and we beat them by a fair bit as well in the first final. So it wasn't really expected that we would beat Tigers, that we would play Tigers, and we were actually probably a little bit more nervous to play them, just because they're a bit more unpredictable. But
And experience it.
yeah, and the experience that they've got, but it worked out well, and we obviously won, so even better.
Now, someone mentioned just before, right at the start of that last question, that there was no mention at all about your team going into the grand final. How much of that was a motivation?
I think it helped.
It
helped
actually-
us a
yeah,
lot,
yeah.
knowing that the spotlight was never on us. It was always on the other team. We're like, well, let's just show them on the field.
And there was a few individual players from the other team that have really got spoken up from the media. So we didn't have the spotlight on us, it was on them, so we could actually focus on defending those harder and shutting them down.
Yeah. And those ones that did actually were quite shut down on the day, to be honest, and it felt good. It did feel good. That sounds really, really cocky, but it did make us want to try harder and
To prove to everyone else that we could do it.
And that, where it was our third year, we made the grand final 2 years in a row, and we really should have been getting some spotlight as well. So
Was there a particular point in the grand final that you felt, we've got this, and got the chance to just enjoy the moment, enjoy being there at the grand final?
yeah, I definitely think coming into the third quarter, it probably by halfway third quarter, I think everyone was definitely feeling a lot more relaxed and a lot more confident and willing to try things that they weren't doing the whole game and put their body on the line, or I think it was just a lot more confidence in each other. And then when we got a goal or did something well, I think it was much more enjoyable. It was enjoyable the whole game, but you just don't know what's going to happen. So come that third quarter, I think we're definitely starting to feel a lot more confident. And by the fourth quarter, every goal just felt like, the biggest celebration. So
Yeah, the celebrations got bigger and bigger.
yeah, it was
The
a big
more goals
reward
that we
yeah,
scored.
huge reward. So
Didn't end there.
I think almost just pretty much answered my next question. How was it like when the final siren went?
Oh.
Like,
Amazing.
Yeah, it was
unreal,
really good.
Yeah.
We all kind of just ran to each other.
We all rose up and they
Dropped down like flies.
Jumped on each other, got around each other, and just, everyone's happy, and it was just nice to experience that feeling, I guess, especially with how the year's gone, and I think it's been a tough year for everyone as well. So I think it's real rewarding, and it's definitely something to be proud of.
yeah, just knowing that we'd made our coach proud and club proud.
Yeah.
I think.
And we've actually made history because we're the first Cairns Saints women team to win a premiership. So
Yeah.
that was also a good feeling. And we went in knowing that, if we won, that's something that we would have achieved. So that was also a good feeling.
Kayla, great segue to my next question. How does it feel for all 5 of you to know that you are the very first team to win a premiership for the women's program at Cairns Saints?
Yeah, it feels awesome.
Yeah, it's
Good.
I actually didn't realise, to be honest, and I'm sure no one else here realised that was the case, because Cairns Saints used to have a women's team. I don't know how long it was for or anything, but they used to have a women's team. And yeah, we only re-established 3 years ago. So to make 2 grand finals out of the 3 years and then win one, and the first one that Cairns Saints ever won, that's
Pretty special
yeah.
to be a part of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess we'll be remembered and known for,
Reunion.
for the 10-year reunion. Many years to come.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, made history, so that's going to be remembered for many years to come. So,
On top of that, tell us a bit about your premiership coaches.
so we've just got one coach. He's been playing football ever since he was a young fella. He's from Tassie. He's a really talented footballer, and he's got a lot of passion for the sport. He knows what he's on about, and to be honest, I think it did our team really well, because he would pull us into line, and we do joke quite a lot and just muck around a bit, so he seemed to pull us out of that, which was actually better for us, because as much as we play better when we enjoy it, we also need to take it a bit seriously as well. So training was hard but fun, and I think it was definitely what got us over that line, and to actually win by that amount as well. So he did really well.
Yeah, he was very dedicated and passionate towards us.
And he'd find ways to push us all. So as individuals, he'd could give you a job, and he'd find ways to make you do that job the best that you could.
My next question I'm going to ask is, who got to hold the Premiership Cup first?
Our 2 captains, Kayla
Kayla?
and Talia, who isn't here today, were the first ones.
So, Kayla, I want to ask you this question then. How good was it to hold the Premiership Cup first before everyone else swarmed on to both of you, and obviously tried to take the cup away from you?
Obviously, it was really good to hold the cup for the first time, and especially with Talia as well, because it's not that light, so you need to. But no, obviously, it's an awesome feeling when you hold up that cup, and if you've seen the photo says it all. But it was even more. You even felt better when you had the whole team come around, and you all got to get that photo and hold the cup, and especially everyone having photos with it after and all the rest. So it was definitely a good feeling, something I'll remember.
This question I'm going to ask in regards to the cup is, I know you're not supposed to do this during COVID, but did any of you have a little cheeky kiss of the Premiership Cup and even have a photo with you kissing it?
Oh, there was definitely plenty of kissing of the cup.
We all did. We all did.
We actually tried to unscrew the top somehow, because it's actually like screwed on. We tried to unscrew it so we could drink out of it, but it just wasn't to be.
We unscrewed it.
Yeah, but you couldn't drink out of it.
We got bubblegum in.
I think some COVID rules didn't apply when you
Yeah, I mean, one of our co-captain Talia, she took it home and slept with it one night, just disappeared, and we didn't actually know it was gone, and she'd actually taken it home and slept with it. So
I think she more wanted to protect it, so we didn't
So we didn't lose
lose
it.
it or something.
Now, I can see all you wearing your premiership medals around your necks, which I'll get all you to show to our viewers now.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, you can bring yours up close.
There it is. Now, so the question I want to ask all of you is, how long did you wear your medals around your necks for? And did any of you sleep with it?
Oh.
We all slept with it for 3 days. So mine didn't actually come off till Tuesday morning, and I nearly considered wearing it to work, but I thought I was a bit arrogant. So everyone slept with theirs till Monday,
Pretty
even
much.
Tuesday morning.
Monday,
So
Tuesday.
it didn't come off.
After losing last year, I don't think any of us wanted to take it off
No.
for as long as we could.
Now, almost been what, a month since, or maybe 2 months since the grand final. Has the premiership sunk in yet?
Yeah, I think so. We're all keen for another one next year. We're already
almost training.
we're already just keen to get into next year and see how much further we can go next year. I think it's just, this year was obviously awesome. We made history. It was really good. The celebrations were also even better. They definitely made it worth it. But I think just how much of a team we are and how, I guess, the relationship between all of us, we don't have any issues in the team. Whether you were picked for the grand final or not, you were down there to support us, do some running, get around each other, celebrate with us as well. We've just got a really good culture, and we all enjoy spending time with each other and each other's company. And I think winning together, that made it even better. So I think that's why we're more excited for next year as well, to spend more time with each other and see what we can do next year.
So my next question I'm going to ask: how was the celebration like for the next 3 days after that?
Wow.
Huge.
Fun.
Very
big.
fun.
Very
Big?
yeah.
Yeah, very
A
big.
bit sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Keep it G-rated. It was really good. Was definitely something we won't forget either. Some may have forgotten things, but yeah, it was
3
definitely
day
worth it.
celebration.
So
3 days, there's
Yeah.
lots of stories.
I think the
we'll
whole
just-
of Queensland knew we were partying.
yeah, we got some views on Mad Monday
page, yep.
So yeah.
Keep it at that.
Oh, now the question I want to ask all of you is: now I'm assuming there was the best on ground award as well on the day. Oh, okay. Well, I'll ask the same person the same question then, which is Akayla. How were you surprised you got the best on ground award in a premiership team?
I was to say yes, definitely. I actually didn't expect to get best on, to be honest. Poppy behind me here is an absolute jet and played a ripper of a game, and I think she was definitely in contention of it too. Everyone played a really good game. We won by 10 goals, so just in case you forgot. Just in case you forgot, but everyone played really well and everyone contributed to that. So I don't think me winning best on ground, that really means anything. So I to be honest, I tucked the best on ground medal in my my shirt and was more happy to wear this one. So, and after the game, we had a teammate who played all season and she missed out on the grand final. So I gave my premiership medal to her, and then I just kept my best on ground medal because I thought I don't need two. So, yeah.
So the one you're wearing now is the best on ground medal?
No, this is the premiership one. It's the coaches.
Oh, okay. Now, so the question I want to ask all of you is, what made this team so special this year in 2020? And you might as well tell us a couple players in your team we should watch out for in 2021, and you cannot include yourselves.
We just all gelled really well
Yeah.
on and off the field.
Yeah, we also started cooking for our senior team on Thursday nights and put up a roster for that, and all the profit went to our footy trip, which was also, you know, exciting for us as well. But we put up a roster, and 3 of us each Thursday would cook food on a Thursday and go down and serve it to the boys, and I guess that was also integrating us and making that relationship with the boys as well. And I think just, you know, we trained on a Wednesday and then on a Saturday. At the start of the season, we probably didn't get around each other as much because it was a bit of a weird start, and I don't think everyone knew how the season would pan out. But after a few games, we all stick around after the game. We all have a few drinks and watch the boys, help in the canteen, and then, you know, stay at the club rooms for a few drinks after when the restrictions lifted. And I think, you know, we don't have any bitchiness, or there's, I guess, no hard feelings. It was kind of just everyone get down there, have a go. If you're playing or not, if you're injured, you come run water, you know, you come watch. It was just, we just kind of have that, I guess, that vibe and that culture. So it was definitely a great season, and I think we have a good group. So, and that goes to the club as well. Like, the club also has a good culture, and they provide us with the opportunities and the equipment and everything that we need. So I think that also helps with everything, and they support us a lot as well. So,
And me.
definitely Tiana Arwing. So she's one of our young ones. She came and played with us this year. She was in the Suns Academy last year. She's still in the academy. I'm not sure if she's actually going to stick around or if she's going to go down to Brisbane and play, because she is very talented, and, you know, she'll definitely make the AFLW if she puts, that's something she wants to achieve. But I don't know
Who'd you say?
we've got. Millie, there's lots.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
there's
Everyone.
actually a lot. I think as
The team.
everyone's training and progressing their skills, like, we're quite a new team, so every year everyone just keeps getting better. So, like, Ida Bowie, she's a workhorse. She just keeps going and going. And then there's Millie Stevens. She's our full forward, and she just
Can kick 60 meters.
Yeah, she
That's
just
ridiculous.
killed it this year. And we've got Freya Park. She's our backman, and you always know that she's going to be there and she'll save the day. I don't know, there's actually so many players that we could name. So, but pretty much, you know, our whole team we want to see progress next year. So,
And most people have only been playing for 3 years.
or 2
Or 2 years,
Some
yeah.
even
So
more,
everyone's just getting better and better every year. So look out, 2021.
Now, I'll get easier to answer this next question, which is, how did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
I just have been introduced to it as from a young age, playing netball and footy growing up, and yeah, I just love it. Wait, I forgot the second half of the question.
Do you want to ask it again? Start it again?
Yeah.
Say it again.
Okay, so we'll go so well to like the last couple of questions. Now, I have to ask this question, which is, how did all you get involved in footy, and why did you choose it?
Okay. So during school, there was some AFL competitions, and if you wanted to play, you got a day off school. So I decided to give it a go to get a day off school. And then 5 years later, here I am.
A couple of years ago, I was living down in Tully, which is 2 hours away from Cairns, and one of the teachers that I worked with would drive up to Cairns every week and play for the Saints. So I just said at the start of the season that I'd have a go, and I'd drive up to Cairns every week to training, and then just loved it. Been playing ever since.
So I played netball for Saints before I played footy, so about 5 years ago when I first moved up, and then I heard Saints was starting the women's team. I think we only had like 10 players. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. I had no idea what I was doing, but I grew up around it back home in Victoria. So yeah, just gave it a go 3 years ago, and I've quit netball now and just play footy.
So same as Kate, I played netball for the Saints up here, and pretty much the one that got the Saints women's going is Jacqueline Dupay, and she's a big part of the Saints club and has been since for quite some time. And she actually moved this year, or otherwise she would have been a part of the grand final, and she's played for the last 2 years. But she played netball, and she's same thing, started the team and asked me to play as well as Kate, and there wasn't many that wanted to play, and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go. But we were playing state league netball at the time as well as local netball, and had no idea what we were doing. I grew up in Victoria, so I've always watched AFL, but have no idea how to kick football, had no idea how to play the game or really any of the rules when I actually thought about it. And last year, so that was 3 years ago, and then last year I didn't really play because of state league netball, so I think I played 4 games and then played the grand final. And then this year I played a full season, so it was good to play a full season.
Yeah. I just grew up with, again, netball and football in Victoria, and when I came to Cairns there was girls, juniors, and I just thought I'd give it a go, and then on to seniors at the Saints, and then that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
but it sounds like the whole front row comes from Victoria. So the question I want to ask the three of you down in the front row, which part of Victoria did you come from?
I came from northwest Victoria, so in the Mallee, Nimildra, that area.
And I came from Warragul, which is a bit southeast of Melbourne.
I'm from Shepparton, which I think is north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You came from there?
Yeah, regional Vic. Yeah.
Country bit.
Country.
Oh.
Yes, it is north of Melbourne. I'm assuming the highlight is the premiership. So the next question I'm going to ask all of you is, do either of you have any future ambitions in the sport of footy?
It's just for fun, really, for me.
Kayla's
Got a
probably
few
could go
options lined
further.
up.
Yeah, she's few people after her, so she can definitely
Go somewhere with that.
go a lot further if she really wants to.
I might be moving to Vic or to Sunny Coast next year.
She's
to play
leaving
footy,
us.
so, yeah.
Maybe. You might try
Haven't
to
decided
hold on to her.
100% yet, but I've got a few options there. So.
And Poppy as well.
Oh,
Poppy could
Cairns.
definitely
But
go
Poppy
somewhere,
likes
but Poppy
Cairns.
doesn't want to leave Cairns.
She
So.
doesn't want to leave again.
Cairns gal.
Yeah, I think it's a big sacrifice. You have to make the move to either Melbourne or Brisbane, and
Yeah.
it's the same with like when you do netball or something. You need to go to the big places, and if it's not something you're willing to do, then unfortunately, that's kind of where your
Yes.
pathway probably ends. But
Yeah.
there's always rep footy, which we didn't do this year because of COVID, but there's always that way. But unless you're willing to make the move, then the pathway kind of finishes there.
What does the sport of football mean to all 5 of you, and especially playing there at Cairns Saints?
So for me, it's a really good social aspect, and it keeps us all active. It's a really nice culture and a really nice team to be involved in, and everyone plays for each other, everyone supports each other, everyone pushes each other to be better on the field. So yeah, mostly just the friendship and the culture. Everyone agrees.
So the question I want to ask all of you is, you all mentioned right at the start, what position you all played on the field on grand final day? If you had a preferred position, we love to convince your coaches to put you, wherever that be.
Oh.
Pocket, forward pocket.
Tell them.
Chris, not through the midfield.
No, I was pretty happy with my positions. I liked the little rotation I was in, so I was pretty happy with where I was.
Maybe to have a few subs next year. Go through the bench.
Yeah, I don't think Poppy went on the
I
bench.
think probably,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind trying the wing, maybe. Mix it up.
Yeah, I really like the wing. I like the midfield, but I like the wing best.
But still happy. Yeah. wherever coach puts me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have to play.
Yeah.
Wherever the coach wants us to play,
Wherever
we're all
we're
pretty
told.
good, and we all get in and get the job done.
He knows best.
Now, what would be your advice to our listeners out there, especially in Queensland, that should head up north to play for the defending premiers, the Cairns Saints?
Pretty tight
I think it's just
pretty cool.
a great club, and you wouldn't regret it if you came. Like socially, and the culture's just really good.
I think also the actual lifestyle of being
yeah.
up here is something that would benefit people, even if it was just for a season. So, there's a lot of waterfalls, a lot of lakes. Yeah, the reef, Cape Trib. I think even just the weather here is really great. I think it was harder for us the end of the year because it's starting to get quite hot, and normally the season finishes earlier just so that we don't play during summer. So that was a big thing, is it was getting quite humid, but it's like the best time of year to come. The weather's really good, and that makes it even more enjoyable when you're not playing in thunderstorms and 6 degrees. So
You can
it's
just wear
good.
shorts and singlets after the game.
We probably played one game this year in the rain. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
one game.
I think there's only one
Okay.
game, and it wasn't cold. It was
Yeah.
still warm.
And it wasn't
Now,
boring.
let's finish up with a couple light-hearted questions about your teammates. Firstly, who had the most embarrassing moment on the field this season, and what was it?
Oh, yeah, that was good. Tell the story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tell it.
Probably had a set shot at goal at training, and came off the boot a bit awkward and hit one of the girls in the face.
I love that.
She's got one of the best kicks in the team, but
Yeah.
this night at training, she just, I don't know.
I know.
what happened.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah,
It doesn't do in a game. though,
Yeah,
so
no.
that's all right, but-
Lucky it was only a training, but
I'm trying to think of
So Poppy, I need to ask you this question. Who did you end up kicking the football into their face?
I was Freya.
Probably one of our best players.
Yeah.
Alpha. Back. Totally by mistake. He'd never do anything like that on purpose. Yeah. I don't think I could even kick a ball like that if I tried.
Now, who's the comedian in the team?
Lily.
no.
All try to be comedians, we'll put it that way. There's
We just
definitely,
bounce off each other.
yeah, there's a big bunch of us that have some wacky personalities and some wacky humor, but that's
As
why we
Coach
have a
says.
lot of fun. So yeah, a coach doesn't like it as such, but yeah, we do have a lot of fun. So I think
What
that's
about tell the story where we had to get the ball from the club?
Plovers, yeah. You go, Molly.
Yeah, our coach wasn't very impressed with us, but we thought we were bonding together as a team really well. One night we kicked 3 balls out of the field, and there's lots of plovers.
Do they have
around our
No.
field? Do you know what plovers are?
like a magpie?
You know,
Yeah.
So we all just clung together and held on to each other. There was about 30 of us girls, and we've all ran out
Just
to
made
collect
weird
these
noises.
3 balls. And these plovers were just swooping us, and our coach was just shaking his head.
He was not impressed.
not impressed, not
Living
knowing
your
what he was
squealing,
even doing.
running
Coaching
around.
us.
we have to get the balls though, otherwise.
Yeah.
We went individually, we would have got swooped for sure.
Yeah.
So
We
team.
protected each other.
I know this social media thing called TikTok. So the question I want to ask all 5 of you is, who's the best singer and dancer in the team firstly?
Molly can do the Whap.
Oh, and Molly does the Whap.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
Molly
Pretty proud of.
Molly is the one in the team that is a great Whap dancer, and so all year it's been the Whap, and
Yeah.
she's known for her Whap. So,
yeah.
and
It's
coach
more like-
also hates that.
Only made a few whack after
Yeah.
the game.
After a few drinks, it comes out too. Molly's definitely doing a Whap on the ground.
Yeah.
what is a WAP, and can you demonstrate what that is?
Oh,
Do you know Cardi B?
Yeah.
It's one of her naughty dances.
Look it up. Yeah, look it up.
Whap
Okay.
sounds.
Okay.
might-
I'll-
Went on
Yeah.
the end.
Wet ass pussycat.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's
She's
all
pretty
over
much
TikTok.
taught the whole team how to do it.
And we all do it together.
No.
Did you do a premiership TikTok dance?
I think
No, we don't really use it.
Yeah,
we
I think
don't
we're a bit
use
old
it.
for TikTok, but we
We
just
learned how
like,
to twerk.
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean,
Pretty true.
we definitely have done our fair share of strange dances and singing things,
Yeah.
but we haven't really caught on to the TikTok thing. We did some twerking lessons on our football.
YouTube twerking lessons with what was
Hey,
her name?
Kelsey.
Yeah. Kelsey taught us how to
Twerk
twerk.
hands.
Work. That's something we can't do.
But that was about it.
Oh, yes, I know what that is. Yeah. Now, is there any players on the team that just plainly forgetful?
I'm pretty forgetful, but when
Wait,
it comes to
wait.
football, I'm
I think we all kind
Pretty
of
good.
Yeah,
I
because
feel
we
my
have lots of
pretty
group
good.
chats
To remind
Yeah.
each
to
other.
remind each other. We
yeah.
have a lot of group chats.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways of communicating.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you've forgotten something, generally we
Someone
just
brings it.
post, like there's always someone forgetting socks or
yeah.
shorts or something. So like I've always packed an extra pair of socks in my bag just in case I even forgot them myself. So just things like that.
I think you lost your boots for a little bit. didn't
Yeah,
you?
Poppy
Yeah.
lost her boots.
And then they
I've
showed
left
up.
my boots at the grounds in the change rooms one day. Forgot about them and then went out and bought new boots and then got blisters in my new boots and came to training and my boots are at the grounds.
2 final ones, which is, do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Molly
So.
wears the same undies and sports bra.
Without watching.
Yeah. Haley, she doesn't wash her socks ever.
Or her undies. I wasn't going to say that. Whoops.
Oh, don't tell everyone about it. Sorry, Haley.
Sorry, Haley. No one knows Haley. Haley really upset. She's gonna kill us.
Oh.
Last year I had to eat pasta every Friday night. I wasn't as consistent this year, but yeah. Carb load.
Mm.
Important.
Okay, thanks.
I I'm going to finish up with this one last one, which is now, of course, describe your premiership team as many words as you like, and you can't use the word champion.
Zeus.
Legends.
Lords.
Yeah, legends.
Superstar.
Supportive.
What?
That's
Oh
supportive
yeah,
of
for
each other
another.
when we're playing.
Yeah.
So funny.
So fun. Entertaining.
Gee whiz.
Yeah, there's a lot
Our
of
team.
words you can
Yeah.
use for our team. Very diverse.
Diverse. Inclusive.
I would just say that everyone are genuinely
Persistent.
nice and hardworking and determined people, and so we get along really well. We don't have any bitchiness or any hard feelings. So I
It's not
think
fun.
we just have fun and we enjoy a laugh and enjoy going out and playing football, and we're all quite determined and we support each other, and so
Maybe fun is the number one.
Fun is the
fun
number one.
would be number
we definitely have a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Fun.
Well, all five of you, thank you so much for giving up your time to join us and talk to us about your amazing premiership success. Of course, smashing the Tigers in the grand final replay, and got them this time around by 10 goals. And hopefully in 2021, hopefully I get to into your team yet again. Hopefully maybe a back-to-back premiership next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
That's the goal.
Thank you so
Thanks for
much.
having us.
No worries. And that's the Cairns Saints Women's Premiership team. Of course, if you want to get up to the far north and watch them play in 2021, of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can go about being involved and support the Mighty Saints as they march into 2021 as the defending champions. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away here on the Thursday edition.